up, dudes? Commander Rico here with another video. And so yesterday I made a video about the new Disney Minifigure Series 2 series coming out. And I figured, hey, it got a pretty positive response. And only recording this about 2 hours after it came out. A lot of people liked it. I don't know how well it's doing. I know this isn't for my target audience necessarily, but maybe we could bring on some new people. And I could keep doing stuff like this. I do plan to do a full unbagging video of all the Series 2. So look out for that. So, and yeah, I'm going to kind of do an in-depth review of each individual figure. And we'll jump right into it. So real quick, I'm going to be going in order of the Disney list. So we have a little checklist. So you're going to kind of get a feel for who we're going to start with. So we'll jump right into it. So first we have Stitch from the Lilo and Stitch movies. He's a very popular character amongst Disney fans. You'll see him in Disney World everywhere. I really like this figure because he talks like this. He's kind of like Jar Jar Binks, but better. He's really cute. He's like an alien. And his printing, he's a brand new head mold with this nice blue color. He has the little pink in his ears. And he has this little detailing on the back. That tail stump looks a little odd. To say the least. But yeah, that is Stitch. And we'll move on to figure number 2. Figure number 2, we have one of the dudes from Aliens. From Toy Story. We have the green alien. I actually happen to have 3 of these because, there are 3 in the movie. So I guess had to get 3. And this guy's really cool. He goes with another figure that we'll be showing you in a second. He has the same mold as he had in the original sets, as well as different color, and he had little feet, dual molded printing, and back printing, which isn't that much, but it's still there. That's the green alien, and we'll move on to the next one. The next figure we have up, all of you were probably expecting, we have Buzz Lightyear. Now, him compared to the old one, if you look at pictures of him, hold on, I'll actually go. Okay, I couldn't find them, sorry about that. But, yeah. So he did have a molded head type thing before, but now he doesn't. Which I'm getting used to this one since Toy Story 4 is coming out. I'm getting used to it, but I still kind of like the molded one more. But now the new Jessie and Woody that are coming out, if you look at those, they look better than the older ones. Not gonna lie. So he has these 2 little wings that are detachable. So if you want to just have a little thing like that. He also has this little cool half helmet, which is very cool. And then actually, if you take off this, you'll see the very nice leg work they have. He didn't miss leg day. But yeah, and then if we take off this, hold on a second, you see that he has a nice little torso on the side, and he has his laser arm, which I forgot to mention, which is a very famous line, a laser, I will use it. And then he has a little button on the back, I have a real Buzz Lightyear toy that does that. And that's Buzz, and we'll move on to the next one. So next up, we actually have Aladdin. This is a nice figure from the movie Aladdin. I do enjoy that movie. And we're actually getting Jasmine and Jafar in the new series, which hopefully I'll be getting. He has very nice new hair mold sculpt thing with his little cat and a nice smirk expression. Surprisingly, though, he has no second face, which a lot of the ones with hair like that do. And he's also holding a little lamp that may or may not have the genie in it. And yeah, we'll get right into the next one. Ah, that's hot. That is hot. All right, here we have the genie before he was Will Smith. So that's one of the things I don't like about this figure as much. One, the face is kind of weird. I guess the only reference material they had for the new Aladdin was this little Lego figure. But they only had it only came with a lamp, which is the same as Aladdin's, and I thought that was kind of lame to both have the same piece. And also you'll notice that a reoccurring theme in the series is everyone has a golden accessory. When it comes to Ursula, Captain Hook, Maleficent, Peter Pan, Aladdin, and the genie. They all have these gold accessories, which I find very interesting. But yeah, it is an overall nice figure. He has no legs or anything. He has genie feet, which is little printed with this little printed thing on it, this red stripe. He has gold on his arms, and just a plain head. And he has this little thing. I don't know if you can see it. It looks like a pen thing type, whatever. But that's the genie. And then we'll move on to the next one. Next up, we have Maleficent. Real quick, I'm just going to be doing those, like, fun transitions. Because it kind of makes a little extra silliness to this. But she's a very nice figure. The only thing I don't like about her is the easy way that breaks. But it has very nice printing. The cape is very cool. It's a dual-sided cape. And it comes with, like, this extra, like, thing on top. She's her horns. They're rubbery. They don't, like, bend like other rubber things. Like, that are Lego. And that's about it for Maleficent. She's cool. Does she have any back printing? I don't know. She has no back printing. And yeah, and she has no double-sided head, last I checked. Yeah, no double-sided head. That is Maleficent. And we'll move on to the next one. So next up we have Alice from Alice in Wonderland. This is a very nice figure. It has the like printed like skirt. She's these like dual molded legs, and she actually has this really nice hair print. As I think she has a double-sided head. No, actually, a lot of them haven't. She has a back printing though, and she also has a very nice torso print. She also comes with this cookie and this poisonous juice that she happened to whack Maleficent over with. Ooh, let me render that better. Sorry, it says drink me. There you go. Sorry about that. So she's going to hold that right there. We're going to move Maleficent out of the way. And we'll move on to the next one. So here we have the Cheshire Cat. I think it's a he. I'm 99% sure it's a he. Has like a very big smile, as well as like this nice little like head print and brand new mold, as well as this like Tigger-esque print. And then he also has this cool little tail. It's rubbery. It kind of fits well with the rest of the colors. And that's about it for the Cheshire Cat. And we'll move on to the next one. So here we have Daisy Duck, Donald's girlfriend. And as a part of like the kind of main cast, she has become more popular. So she's one of the more popular figures in this series, so she doesn't have any accessories except for her little bow, of course. She is a nice figure. She looks a lot like the Donald one, which you'll see in a second. She has the tail, which often a lot of people put up backwards. And it's just a really nice figure. It's a little off-putting because like Mickey's normally like the kind of middle height. Like he's taller than Donald, but shorter than Goofy. And this Donald and like Daisy just like overpower him. And again, he is a mouse and he has a pet dog, so I'm sure that works out well. But yeah, that's a Daisy. And we'll move on to the next one. So here we have a Donald Duck. That did bad. That no one but Donald Duck. For actually a while, the original character of Donald was actually more popular than even Mickey Mouse. It's like kind of like the way like the Muppets worked out, where Ralph the dog from the Muppets, if you know the Muppets, which you should. If you don't, get a life. He's the brown dog. He was more popular for a time than even Kermit. So it's kind of worked out like that. Fun fact. But yeah, Donald had all the toys of fame in the early 30s and 40s. And then Mickey kind of stole the show from then on. But it all started with a mouse. So here we have Donald. You see him looking at his self-portrait over here. He has no accessories again. He's one of my favorite figures because I love Donald. He's great. He's just so cool. That's about it. He has a cool hat. That's one of the cool things about him. That's about it for Donald Duck. He has obviously no extra expression. But yeah, we'll move on to the next one. Next, we have Minnie Mouse in her pink little thing from Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, I guess. She wore red. Actually, she wore red in that show, I think. I don't know. But she has the nice little bottom printing. She has back torso printing, and she also has this little dotted dress, which is adorable. And then we have like the Mickey head just with like eyelashes. And a little polka dot bow. That's all for Minnie. And we'll move on to the next one. It's Mickey Mouse. I'm just kind of whistling the Mickey Mouse theme song. I hope it picked up on that. If you look at that song, it's a really fun old song. It's of the Mickey Mouse, not Clubhouse, the Mickey Mouse fan club. I forgot what it's called. The Mickey's Musketeers or something. I don't know what, but it goes like Mickey Mouse. Okay, I'm gonna stop. So here we have Mickey. He's got like poor Donald. He just got like Darth Mauled. But here's Mickey. He has a nice little thing. He's plain, but that's what I love about him. I love the simplicity. He looks kind of like Minnie, but that's about it for Mickey. It's just he's one of my favorites just because it's Mickey Mouse. That's really bad. It's Mickey Mouse. I mean, what is there not to love? I mean, I know some of you out there are like hate Disney because it canceled your other favorite series or they bought Star Wars or Marvel or whatever, but I think he's a good. Yeah. So that's it for Mickey, and then we'll move on to the last 6. No. Here we have Mr. Incredible. Now I like this figure a lot. I think it's a little too closely resembles to like Dash, his son, or like just it's kind of like generic. Like you probably couldn't tell the difference. But he has a little like sheet over there that says "Doing Our Part" with some superheroes and an old print of him. He has a plain back torso. He has like these sidearms, and he has a cool little Incredibles logo on him. That's about it for Mr. Incredible. In the new series, we're getting Edna and Frozone. I actually do have a Mrs. Incredible. Forgot her name, but I'll remember. And I also have the new the Screenslaver. I still don't have Jack or the kids or any of the villains because I didn't get that set, but I still got the one with the Screenslaver. But that's about it, and we'll move on to the next one. Here we have Syndrome, and to be honest, I really don't like this figure because one, his face just looks like, I don't know, he like let out a wet fart or something. I mean, that was a bad example, but yeah. He has this little like dish with his Omni Droid. You'll see Incredibles. I like the printing, like especially the arm printing. This is like beautiful if you really look into it. But just the face is so off-putting. And 2, there was one point in time when I was trying to feel, and the only 2 I needed were Cheshire Cat and Peter Pan. And every time I would get this hair confused with Peter Pan's, which I'm showing right here, which I'm sure you can understand, like, why. Because the only defining feature with Peter Pan was really kind of his sword, which are impossible to feel in that plastic, and his hair. So I was really going for the hair. I guess it wasn't feeling for that plate, so I should have known. But it ended up like 4 of Syndromes, and it was really ridiculous. But yeah, that's Syndrome. I just kind of have some ill will towards him or whatever. But that's about it, and I'll move on to the next one. So here we have Peter Pan. Now, this is a nice figure. I like it. The head's a little like weird. Again, no double printing. But here's an interesting thing. So if we're gonna just take a second to go over here. Look, he has these silver like daggers. So in the set and in the actual build part, he came with a golden ones, and he in the movie he only had like 1. He didn't have 2 like knives. So I'm using the other knife for something else. So I don't feel like putting it in here. But I just thought it was interesting. They made like a little error, which Lego is very hard. You'd be very hard pressed to find them mess something up, and that's crazy, especially considering the amount of like stuff they produce like every year and even probably every day. Like there are like 20 Star Wars sets. I read a thing recently where it said something around 60-something Star Wars sets where you're gonna have to pay $3,000 a year just to pay for the baseline sets, and that doesn't even include like all the UCSs, like if they had the Millennium Falcon at 1 year. So yeah, that's a little crazy. But here we have, I don't know how I got on that tangent. But here we have just, oh, because of the dagger. But it was a little mistake, but I just thought it was cool. So here we have Peter. He's cool. That's about it for Peter. And we'll move on to the next one. Here we have Captain Hook, and I actually really like this figure. For when it came out, for the amount of hate he got with his face, I actually kind of think it fitting for the Lego head. Because he has to have a very tall, not rectangular, just a tall face. But I really think like the way they had his hook and his sword. The only thing I don't like is how if you move his hand like past where it is right now, his his hat starts to come off. His hat and this made it really easy to find because you just kind of like find this. But his hat and his hair are combined, which is funny because he actually has a wig if you watch the movie Hook. And it's just a really nice piece and a figure. Just overall, it's a good figure. But yeah, then we're gonna have to move on to the final two. Here we have the girl who wants to be where the people are. It's Ariel from The Little Mermaid. This is a nice little figure. It has like a nice little like tail thing. It also has this very big red hair, which I think works great. She also has this back printing. That's also very nice. She also comes with this little shell, which I thought was kind of a weak thing. Like, they could have included Flounder, her fish, or not her fish, but a fish that she's friends with, or Sebastian, or just something else. I don't know. I thought this was kind of lazy, but whatever. Or a dingle hopper, or whatever she called it. Yeah. That's Ariel, and we'll move on to the next one. Here we have Ursula. Now, she's an interesting thing. So she comes with Neptune's trident, which I thought was a weird accessory for Ursula, especially considering I don't remember. Did she get it? I haven't seen Ariel in a while. I think I saw it once, like a few years ago. But I didn't see it once. I've seen it way more than that. But she is this very, very weird. Let me take her out. Like build, and a lot of people confuse the new one with Hades that he's having to be this one. But it actually isn't because hers is a female one, as you can tell, for obvious reasons. But yeah, that's Ursula, and that rounds up the series. So I'm going to get into the kind of final like thing of this, and yeah. And that's about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Real quick, so today should be Tuesday when I'm uploading this around like 2 o'clock. So quick update. Right now, as of this video, when it should be uploaded, I am somewhere at an amusement park, which I can't really say because it will kind of disclose my location. Not Disney World. If it was, I'd like jump for joy, but it's not. But so that might affect my upload schedule a bit because it's Wednesday, because I normally record a day in advance. Wednesday, I'm going to be going in the DC area to see my aunt and uncle. And I don't know how my upload schedule is going to work then because it's going to be a little bit off. And then next Sunday, I'm going to kind of have like a wedding to go to. So that should be messy. I'm also seeing Avengers Endgame on Saturday. That's exciting. I'll probably put up a review of that, and I'll work my butt off Saturday to get everything done. But yeah, so if there's no episode or video on Wednesday, you can check out my Instagram for the latest like updates on whatever. But yeah, check out the Instagram link in the description. You're gonna see a thing at the end of the video. Hashtag thanks Shelby at Shelby on Instagram for my amazing drawings, my profile, everything. Go check her out. You'd see I've tagged her in my photos. But that's about it. Like, rate, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you want to see. If you're sick and tired of this Disney crap, let me know. I'm still going to be doing an unboxing video of all those figures anyway. But, yeah. Like, rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Oh, and by the way, the next one will be a top 10 characters of Rico's Brigade, so look forward to that. See you guys.